Our special guest tonight in the booth is number 22, Matt Davies. Matt, apparently you got a bit of a bump and you're not able to play tonight?
Yeah, I took a weird hit and so I'm sidelined for a couple games here.
Give us your thoughts on the Dynamiter season so far this year.
So far it's been good. The guys are coming together pretty well and had a couple rough games here and there, but other than that we're playing really well and excited to get things going in the playoffs.
Got a new player in camp, Cooper Page, who played for the Dynamiters last year. What has he meant to the lineup?
He's big. He's a big guy to come back. He's a big presence on the ice. He brings a bit more leadership in the room, older guy, and on the ice he brings a little bit some size to our team, so it's good to have him back.
One of the things that I've heard mentioned by some of the Dynamiter fans is you remind them of an ex-Dynamiter player, Eric Buckley. What does that mean to you?
I don't know. I never really saw him play, so I don't know too much about him. But from what I heard, it's a good thing. But
it is a good thing. He plays a little bit like you do.
Yeah.
In fact, looking at you and him, you're both built about the same. Not the tallest in the world, but kind of agitating out there and taking maybe a few too many penalties.
Yeah, a few too many this year, that's for sure. But I'm cutting back lately. So
what do you have to do in order to stay on the ice?
Sometimes it's out of your control, depending on the refs you get, but just sticking to your game and not getting caught up in the stuff after the whistle and whatnot, and just focusing on the team's win and not stuff between the whistles.
That second goal the Dynamiters got tonight on the power play, that's kind of your spot in the power play, where you skate out to the blue line and then you take a pass and get a shot from the top of the circle, and that was a great goal by Bryce.
Yeah, that was really well executed, and the power play moved around pretty nice, and Bryce got a really nice shot away.
That first power play goal, a bit of a scramble in front, and Bertoy able to pound it in. Is that something the Dynamiters are working on, trying to get pucks to the net on the power play?
Yeah. Stu's kind of harped on us the whole year, kind of putting in rebounds in practice and treating them like games, because a lot of games this year we get chances in front of the net and they're there and we're just not able to put them home. So we've been working on that, I guess, throughout the whole year, just focusing more on putting every chance in the back of the net. So that was an example of that.
What's the difference in your play between this year and last year?
I guess last year, more of a rookie, I kind of just had my role and whatnot on the ice, but this year I kind of had to take a bit one in the locker room as well, a bit more of a leadership role and stuff with the younger guys. So that's about it, though. I kind of stick to my game.
Last night the Dynamiters took it to the Golden Rockets 6-0, but they got spanked in Creston. Were you hurt in Creston?
Yeah.
So what happened in Creston? Creston beat you 7-1. What happened?
I wasn't there. I didn't take the road trip with the guys. I stayed home and watched it online. But from what I saw, I feel like we kind of just lost the room a bit when it was 3-0 going into the second.
Okay.
So I feel like kind of the motivation in the room kind of got lost with a couple guys out that are usually some key parts in Gedney and Rhoda.
And Sherlock's out tonight along with you.
As well.
Looking at the injuries that the Dynamiters do have, they're skating with 16 players tonight. How long before you and the other guys are going to be back in play, do you think?
I'm shooting for next weekend. I want to be in that Creston game here on Saturday night, so that's my goal, seeing how the week goes. And I think Chase should be kind of shortly after that, maybe a bit longer, a week after that maybe, and Sherlock should be day-to-day, I think.
Okay. And Rhoda?
Rhoda is unknown. He's going till he doesn't get, until he's feeling better. Then he'll be back, which right now we don't know. So hopefully soon, because he's a big part.
What do you guys have to do between now and the end of the year in order to prepare for the playoffs?
Right now, in the last month, we just got to treat every game like it's a playoff game, get in the rhythm of if we get down in games, have to fight for them back, because 7-game series this year, that there's going to be a lot of tight games and it's a lot of hockey. So games like this, you can't take any team lightly, so you just got to play it every game the same way.
Your thoughts on tonight's hockey game?
A lot better than the last 2 games I watched. Everyone's moving their feet and moving pucks really well. So got a couple lucky bounces in front of the net that got us a couple quick ones, but the boys are shooting pucks really well and passing pucks really well, so it's good.
Looks like the boys dominated early, but the Fernie Gorchrider came back, and a beautiful play by Mitch Titus getting a quick shot on, and I believe it looked like it fooled Cody.
Yeah, that was a pretty nice move he made there. So it was a quick release as well. So I think we just gotta step up on that guy earlier, so not give him that time and space to make moves like that in the slot.
I think one of the things the Dynamiters look for you in your play is in the face-off circle. I know at the beginning of the year you were awesome. I don't think you lost but one or two face-offs for the first dozen or so games. Lately, though, it's been maybe 50-50. What's the difference?
Longer the season goes on, the more you see the same centermen on the other side of the ice. So they kind of pick up on your cues as well as I do. So they kind of get to know what you're trying to do and whatnot. So you kind of got to switch it up every now and then.
What's your favorite move in the face-off circle?
Well, I like to get really low. I feel like lower you are, the quicker you can get to the puck, and I find it harder when guys get lower than me to win draws, so I just kind of get low and be quick on the puck.
It looks like to me what you try to do is slap the other stick and then go for the puck. Is that kind of one of the moves you have?
Yeah. Lots of times, if I can be quick enough, I can slap their stick away so that I got the whole circle to work with. So if you're quick enough, it works, but sometimes when you're going up against bigger guys, it's harder to slap their sticks away as the other guys. So
between now and the end of the year, what do you have to do to get prepared?
I kind of got to just get back to my game and stay consistent from game to game and try to help out the team on the offensive front more. So I've just started getting out of a bit of a slump there before the injury, so hopefully I can maintain that momentum going on in the last month here and keep it going into playoffs.
The Dynamiters seem to have oftentimes they have a slow second period, but they always seem to have a strong third period. What causes that?
I'm not quite sure. I feel like we have a strong first just because everyone's quiet and prepared in the room and whatnot, and then the second we kind of go into a bit of a lull, and then the third we kind of, shake out of that funk and realize that we're getting in a lull, and so we're at a shake out of it. But second periods are tough. They're in the middle of the game, and lots of guys kind of lose focus at some points, and then they need the wake-up call for the third. So something we got to take care of, though.
Conditioning is really important for hockey players. What do the Dynamiters do to stay in shape? I know because oftentimes you'll have a week or 10 days between games. What do you do for keeping in shape?
We have gym workouts that we have to go to in Cranbrook throughout the week, and we like to keep our practices at the start of the week pretty intensive so that we got our skating done in the early days of the week, and then towards Thursday it's more of a lighter practice. That way we're not bagged for the weekend. So
when the coaching staff's angry at the boys for maybe not putting out do you ever have those bag skates that everybody hates?
We've had a couple, but not too many. Stu's pretty good at timing them on when we have them, when we don't. So, but they're good. They're good every now and then. They keep the boys focused and honest with themselves. So.
All right. Well, thanks for taking the time. We'll leave it right there, Matt.
Thank you for having me.
Davies, number 22, and number 1 in your heart. Thanks, Matt.
No problem.